Welcome back. In this next section, we're going to review key areas of your Return to Success program. First, you'll review Mason's academic standing policy to inform you how you earned a second suspension and its impact on you as a student. Then, we'll remind you of some helpful resources, referrals, and best practices for your successful return and registration for classes. You're completing these modules as you have received a prior first suspension and a second suspension after your recent semester. Please remember that the university doesn't impose an academic action to punish you. Rather, it means that we're concerned about your academic progress, and we want you to get back on track to graduate from Mason. In order to graduate, you need to be in good standing with the university. Your academic standing is based on both your cumulative GPA and your GPA at the end of the semester, as outlined in the University Catalog, Academic Policy 5.2.2. Students are in good academic standing unless they're on probation, suspended, or academically dismissed. Currently, you are not in good standing with the university. You were placed on academic probation after receiving an academic warning, earning a GPA below 2.0 for the term, and having a cumulative GPA below 2.0. Your first suspension occurred when your semester and cumulative GPA remained below 2.0. Another subsequent term with GPAs below 2.0 resulted in your second suspension from Mason. A second suspension is for one entire calendar year, 2 semesters and a summer term. Students who incur second suspension following a fall semester will be unable to take classes until spring 2 years later. Those whose second suspension follows a spring or summer semester won't be able to take classes until the fall 2 years later. Most importantly, another semester with both a term and an overall GPA below 2.0 will result in your academic dismissal from George Mason University. Academically dismissed students are no longer considered Mason students and cannot take classes or utilize university services. Here's a summary of some recommended success strategies for your immediate reference. At a minimum, successful students must attend all classes and submit all assignments on time. If you're struggling, then we recommend going beyond the minimum and doing the following. Introduce yourself to your professors at the start of the term and check in regularly on your progress after exams and quizzes by attending weekly office hours. Fight the urge to do too much. You must study 4 to 9 hours per week per 3-credit course. More time will be needed for more difficult classes. Remember to make time for help. Your tuition covers student success resources and academic support. Talk to your advisor about specific referrals. And lastly, review the calendar before the start of classes and always drop or withdraw from difficult courses by appropriate deadlines each term. It's worth repeating that you have to both attend class and make time to study. You're struggling to succeed at Mason, and that means that you should be extra careful about your study time. It sounds like a lot of time, and it is, but it's critical that you allow at least 4 to 9 hours per week for each 3-credit course. For difficult courses, you may need even more time. There are only so many hours in the week, so please be honest about your other commitments to other priorities like family, fun, and work. If you work full-time, we recommend no more than 2 classes per term. If you work part-time, we recommend no more than 4 classes per term. That's 12 credits, usually, which is the minimum you need to remain full-time. Here's an example of time management if you work 30 hours a week and take 12 credit hours. If you spend 30 hours at work, 12 hours in class, and do 24 hours of out-of-class work like studying, reading, or finishing homework, that totals 66 hours each week. Research indicates that a student's GPA tends to drop if the total number exceeds 60 hours. Advisors recommend that a student with this work schedule take no more than 9 credits. Or, if that student wants to take 12 credits to remain full-time, then they should cut back their work hours to 20 per week. Taking too many courses while working is one of the biggest reasons your peers find themselves struggling at Mason. Well done. That's the end of the first part of this video. Click through to the next.